Okay people, welcome back to another tutorial about the Funko Pop. Today we're going to add the clothes and refine the legs, get things pretty much sorted out so that we can then add the rigging and make this thing posed how we want to for the 3D printing. So the first thing we're going to do after the last tutorial, I realized there's probably a better way to do these legs and sort that out. So we're going to go tab into edit mode with the body selected. We're going to press into X-ray mode, select all of these vertices, X, delete vertices, and then we're going to come up to the body, alt click this loop, turn clipping off, or from your mirror, scale this down slightly, loop tools, circle, and GX to bring it out slightly. Then to create a more convincing leg, we're going to go one into front mode, drag over all of this, and additionally press Shift Alt and select this loop here. Back into front mode. You're going to press Shift D now to copy that. And we'll bring it down here. We're going to press RY90, and then we're going to press RZ180 to turn it around. And now you should have a better looking leg. Press GX to bring that over so it lines up with the body, GZ to bring it down, and we're going to also just kind of move all of these up slightly. So GZ, just to make the legs a little bit smaller, like they might be on a Funko Pop. And you can see that now we need to reselect this. GZ just to bring it down a little bit, and GY to bring it slightly forward. Line that up with the leg. And on this loop, we have 12 vertices, and on this one we have 16 cuts there. So we need to add 4 more. Just gonna get the knife tool out. So you're gonna press K, and we're gonna add more so we can line it up. I would say evenly distribute these around the leg as much as possible. That way we won't have any problems connecting the 2 loops there. So for this, you press K to bring up the knife tool, click on one of your edges, click on another, and then press enter to confirm that that's the cut you want. I haven't done this completely evenly, but it should still work okay. Press enter there. And now we're going to merge at center, much like we did with the arms. So select those 2, press M, press merge at center, and I'll speed this up. I'm going to press 1 to go back to the front view. And now we've got the legs there. Might need to adjust a few things with these inner lines here. They look, it's looking a little too flat. So I'm gonna pick these ones, GZ, just to bring it out, GX, I guess, to right there. Just slide these around a bit so that things are a little bit more even. Just going to scale these out slightly. Okay, so I'm a little bit more happy with those legs than I was with what we had in the previous tutorial. So my apologies for screwing that up before. So now we're going to make the pants first. And we're going to make a few other loop cuts around the waist area. And to get these flattened out, you can press SZ0. And that's about where the waist is. So from there, I'm going to shift and select all of these going down. So now you have everything from the waist going down. And if you press Shift D, that will make this additional layer. And then if you right click, it will stay right where it's at. Then make sure you don't press anything, so you still have it selected. You can press P, and that will allow you to separate the new layer, the new object that you made. So press P. And now we're going to tab back, because now it has us with the body, the full body selected, and the pants. And it looks a little weird because they're right on the same spot since we right clicked off of it. So to change this, we are going to go ahead and add a Solidify Modifier. We're going to bring that up above the Subdivision Surface Modifier. You can click only rim off, or on, sorry. Bring the offset all the way to 1. And then you can adjust the thickness slightly. So at this point, it's going to get a little bit weird trying to see what things are different colors. So we're going to take a minute to add some colors to things. You press Z and click Material Preview. Let's make sure we're in object mode. I'm going to select the body first. You can go to this Materials Property tab, Add, and that will give you the material. We're going to call this first one Skin, and then you can make it whatever your skin color is. So, I don't know, something like this, I guess. It's going to work for me. And then you'll be able to apply that same material to everything else. It might also be in your interest to rename everything so that you can tell what it is easily. So with the head selected down here, and then you'll see the original material that was there, and you can change it to skin. Select the nose, just do it with everything that's that same color. And then for the eyes and the eyebrows, I'm going to make those black. So we're going to make a new one. New material that's just all the way black. And I'm just going to call this solid black. Going to add that to the eyebrow as well. And now we can see the difference when we're adding clothes. So now I've got this dude with very solid plumber's crack going on and some white pants. So first I'm going to edit these pants slightly. So we're going to grab these ones. We're going to press GY to bring those out. Now that butt that we worked so hard on the last time is not as easy to see, but we'll get over that. Tab back into object mode, and I'm just going to make these blue. So we're going to add a new one, make them blue, make them a little less saturated, I guess, and make them a bit darker. It's up to you, whatever color you want your pants to be. These are a bit strange looking for pants, I guess. Maybe I'll adjust that somewhat. So about there is good. Now to make a belt, we're just going to click the pants again. We're going to go tab into edit mode. Going to add another loop cut here, close to where the belt would be. Going to press SZ0 to flatten that out. Going to alt click this top loop and press SZ0 again to make sure that's flattened out. Then I'm going to shift alt click so I have both of these loops selected. Press shift D. Right click so it stays in place. And press P to separate the selection. And now we can go tab back into object mode. So originally we had the body, the pants are now body 001. I'm going to rename those pants at this point. And we're going to make body 002 the belt. And to change this so we can see it, let's first change the color. So we're going to add a new color and we're going to make it brown. And we're going to go to that Solidify Modifier. We're going to make it a little bit thicker so we can see it. It's still got the blue on there, so let's subtract that. And now it's got this tannish brown belt going on. Might make it a little bit darker. So now you've got the pants and the belt finished. Let's tab back into edit mode again. We're going to press 3 to get into face mode. We're just going to select this face and we are going to press Shift D again. And we're going to press right so it stays in place. Right click, press P, separate the selection. We're going to go back into object mode with tab. And belt 001, we're going to name belt buckle. We're going to go into the colors. We're going to subtract this one. We're going to add a new one. And for this one, we're going to make the metallic value all the way to 1. And we're just going to, again, add a little bit of thickness to that so it sits on top. I'm going to go into edit mode. Going to add a couple of loop cuts in here. So 2 this way, right click, left click, right click, 1 this way. And I'm going to pick face mode. I'm going to delete this face. And now it's looking more like a belt buckle. Very nice. Okay. So now you've got this shirtless guy. Very cool. Love to see it. Go back into the body and we're going to make that shirt now. So tab. Should kind of have the hang of this at this point. Going to drag and select everything that goes to the belt and to the wrist. I'm going to make a long sleeve shirt to begin with. Going to press Shift D. Right click to keep in place. P. Separate the selection. Tab back into object mode. Body 1 is now going to be called shirt. And with the shirt, does not have the Solidify modifier on there yet. So we're going to do that. Once again, remember to bring this above the subdivision surface modifier. Slide the offset all the way to 1. Check only rim and add a little bit of thickness to it. Going to change the color here to red. And you can have a little bit more fun with the shirt, making it look a little bit more shirt-like, if you will. So we're going to click the shirt, tab back into edit mode, and we're going to add some, before we do that, we're going to go into the modifiers, and we're going to apply the mirror on the shirt. And we are going to tab back into edit mode now. And this way we can make things a little less symmetrical for the shirt. So press 2 to get the edges, and we're going to add an edge loop here. And we're going to press S to scale it out slightly. And this is to add some folds in the shirt. So I'm pressing R to rotate it a little bit. We're going to alt click this loop. We're going to press GG and slide it down. Click, alt shift click this one, not this one. GG, slide it down. Scale this out a little bit more. Press S to scale this one in a little bit more. And then we're going to add another loop, which we're going to bring down, scale out. Rotate this the other way a bit. Add another loop cut. Scale it in. Rotate it the other way. You can get as close or as far away as you want, but this, if you tab back into object mode, you can see it a little bit more clearly. It's going to just add some kind of folds to the cloth. I'm going to add one more. scale it in slightly. And to avoid that problem with the skin showing through, I'm just gonna up the thickness slightly. So about 4, I guess we'll do 3.03. And then you're seeing you're getting some folds. We're gonna do the same thing on the sleeves here. Press Control R, slide it in, grab this loop next to the wrist if I can get it, drag it out, slide it over. And then rotate these to your liking. I think it's easier to see what's happening when you're in object mode, so just kind of tab in and out, see what's going on there. And I'll speed this up. And the point of doing the sleeves separately is just so you can get, your shirt isn't going to be totally symmetrical all the time, so we're just going to do this to add some variety. So you can add those folds to your liking however much you want. That is up to you. Anytime I'm seeing that the skin is coming through there, again, I'm just adding a little bit to the thickness because that just seems like the easiest way to deal with that problem. I've also been known to wear a hat from time to time, so I'm going to do that on my character here. Now that we've got the head selected, we're going to apply the mirror, tab into edit mode, 1 to go to the front mode. Also going to just bring up the vertices with 1. Select those top ones, Shift D, right click, P, separate the selection, and tab back into object mode. Head 1 is now the hat. And with that, we're going to add the solidifier or Solidify Modifier. Drag it all the way to 1, make it a little bit bigger. Only rim. Let's change the color. And I remove the skin one and just add the solid black for the hat anyways. Okay, I'm going to tab into edit mode. This is a little bit too close. Looks like the Dumb and Dumber haircut. Going to press GZ to bring it up slightly so we can see the eyebrows again. I don't know why it's not letting me select everything through here. But now that I've got everything selected, we're going to press GZ to bring it up above the eyebrows that we put so much work into. And to get the front of the hat, we're going to press 2 to get the edges. Grab these edges, press E, and then Y to extrude on the Y. And we're going to then grab these 3, press GZ to bring it up to get that curve. And with just the middle one selected, we'll bring the curve up a little bit more. I also want to bring in the sides slightly. So I'm pressing GX after these ones are selected and just bringing it in. And we're going to come here as well, add another loop cut so we can make it a little bit more of a bend there where the front of the hat starts. From there, we're going to add some shoes. So in object mode, press Shift A, add a plane, scale it down, then scale it down on the X to make it thinner. I'm going to add 3 edge loops, left click, right click, go into the 2 for the edge selection. Let's select the front edge, the middle edge, and the back edge. Press S to scale those 3 in. Then we're going to press the back 2, press G, Y to drag them back slightly. Press 1 to grab this vertice. Press GX to pull it over so slightly. These front 2, we can scale those in a bit more. the back, scale that in a little bit more too. And this is too far out for me now, so we're gonna press GX, come back in a little bit. GX on that one to bring it back in too. Press A to select everything. Press A to select everything, press GX to bring it over. And we're gonna go to 3 to try to line it up with the ankle there. So we're gonna press GY to drag it so it's underneath there. Then we can press E to extrude everything up just slightly. And then we're gonna press these 3 to get into the face mode. Select these top faces with Shift, press I to inset them. And we're gonna add another loop cut here. Press 3 to grab these 2 faces. Sorry, we're gonna grab all of these faces then. Extrude it more. So that's the foot part of the shoe. And then just select these back 2 faces, extrude those up to bring up the ankle. I think we're gonna have to press A and scale everything on the X a little bit more. Then we're gonna go and add the subdivision surface modifier on there so we can see what things look like. I'm going to press Z and go into the solid mode just to see this a little bit better. And we're going to add a loop cut around the whole shoe, bring it down some, and we're going to press this loop GG just to give us a little bit more of a sole. And we're going to press A to bring everything GZ down slightly, just so we can make this longer on the ankle. Press 3 to grab these 2. Press GZ to bring them up. Press E, then right click to leave it where it's at. Press 2 to grab this whole outside face. Press Alt Shift and click around to grab all of those outside edges. Scale just there. Press E to extrude a little more. Scale to bring it in. And that's just like a little, bring it up. E, right click, S to scale it in. And on this one, you should have 6 vertices, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the legs for the body, I think we have 12. So I'm gonna bring that vertice back. It's looking a little funky. And we're gonna just merge these at the center, going around. Or merge at last, I guess. Merge at center, merge at last, up to you. Just so we can cut these 12 in half to get 6. And then we can join the leg with the shoe. Tab back, bring this back slightly. We're gonna add a mirror modifier on it as well. We're gonna press in object mode. Gonna have the shoes, which is plane 001, and the body selected. Turn the pants off so I make sure I have the body selected. Then press Control J to join them. Go into edit mode again. And press 1 so we can see the vertices. First, we're going to press to make this a circle at the top. scale it down so it's a little bit more similar to what the leg has going on. And we need to rotate it just to, no, that's not gonna work. And we're gonna start merging these at the center. They're kind of offset from the pants a little bit, so this might be somewhat goofy, but just roll with it. So then now that you have them joined, you're going to want to probably make the shoes a different color than your skin. But if you adjust it here, it'll just make the whole thing change to a different color. So if we go and we keep it in edit mode and we add a new material here, just going to make this one black as well. But then we go into front view, we select just the boot and we click assign. Then it will just change the color of the shoe and not the entire body. Additionally, before we go here, if you want to make this look a little bit more realistic, because your shirt isn't always perfectly tucked in, you might want to just grab some vertices, bring them down, bring them out slightly, just to make it look like something's untucked slightly. Can do this on some different parts of the sweater. But beyond that, you should be pretty much set. If you want to make some more detailed shoes or clothing, I'll put some channel links in the description that really know what they're doing to make that whole thing happen for you. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.